Selena Gomez, ex-best friend Francia Raisa, is back in the headlines once again for talking about Selena Gomez. We gotta talk about this, but before we get into it, hello, my name is Sebastian and I spill pop culture tea videos every single day. So if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. You guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new, the whole vibe is like we're on a FaceTime call, and I'm so grateful and thankful to be here with you all. Thank you so much for your love, your support, and your kindness. And girl, we just gotta talk. Listen, don't look. Also, I'm doing something pretty big. I hate my pepperoni nipples, so you guys are all seeing it now. But listen, I have dealt with my man boobs my whole life, and now I really want to start embracing my body because I'm very grateful for it, and I want to give it love instead of hating it so much. So I'm wearing this see-through thing that I never wear see-through because I'm so embarrassed, but I am doing it because I'm always talking about body positivity, and I'm always encouraging you to love yourself and to be positive, and I'm never doing that for me, girls. So instead of treating myself like my worst enemy, I'm gonna give myself some love and break some chains that have been holding me back, girls. So free the nipple, girl. But listen, I don't know why this is now making the headlines, because we talked about this about a week ago. You guys see how on my channel you get the tea first, girl. Well, listen, TMZ, Page 6, you know, all of the headliners that are always talking are now picking up the story of, Francia Raisa speaking out at the, book signing that we've talked about already. But now it is becoming this huge thing online, best friend, because of course now huge media outlets are reporting on this. So, it's just becoming this huge thing. If you missed it, you guys, this is the recap. Best friend, Selena Gomez, Benny Blanco wedding update. If you were wondering if her ex-best friend, Francia Raisa, will be attending, well, best friend, I'm pretty sure she is not, because she was just caught at a bookstore doing an interview when they asked her basically about all the rumors regarding Selena Gomez.
Sí sé que se va a casar y estoy muy feliz por ella y pues mira, tiene vida y pues ya es billonaria y pues estoy agradecida que pude hacer eso por ella.
The interview is in Spanish, so I'm here to sum it up for you. I'll also be doing a deep dive on my YouTube channel, Sebastian Soto, so make sure you are following along if you wanted a little bit more information. She basically said that she knows Selena Gomez is getting married and she's very happy for her. Plus, she's a billionaire, so she's basically living her best life, okay? That's not verbatim, but that's it. She definitely said, and she's a billionaire. I did get a little hint of jealousy, but girl, you do you, boo. She also said that the rumors of that she was upset at Selena for allegedly misusing the kidney that she donated were false, that this was a made-up rumor that TMZ called her while she was at work and she has no idea where it came from, and that maybe one day her and Selena Gomez will talk about it publicly. She also talked about how when you donate something, you should just donate it and move on. So basically, they're like, not dwell about it. Here's the thing. I don't mind Francia Raisa as an actress. In fact, I think she's incredibly talented. But here's my thing, girl. When she was caught by TMZ walking in a random neighborhood, walking her dogs, you're telling me that TMZ just randomly found her? Girl, please. I definitely feel like there was some kind of, friendship breakup, and maybe Francia's a little bit hurt from that. Maybe she thought by donating her kidney, she would be a part of Selena's life forever. But it looks like she's not. But this is all alleged, girl. I don't know these people. But from the tone and the way she said things, I do not think she's invited. I did have a little hint of anger and jealousy, and that's just what I think. But Francia, I think you're incredibly intelligent and so successful, and what you did for Selena is so selfless, and everyone should donate if they can. And what you did was amazing. I did sense a little anger, and hopefully that's something you and Selena can work out. But I do also believe that just because you were part of my past does not mean you're going to translate to my future. So maybe that friendship just had to end. All right. So, look. I was looking at a Francia Raisa. I was looking at her Instagram stories last night, and she was just talking about how she had a very big day today and how she couldn't sleep last night, just like random stuff. And I looked at her and, you know, I felt sorry in that moment for her because, you know, I have been shady in the past. Absolutely, I've been shady towards her because I thought she was somewhat of like a little clout chaser, okay? But because, of course, you guys know I'm Selena Gomez to the end, I just looked at her as a human being. And I've changed a couple of things that I want to say about her. The first thing I want to say is that I think that her representation for the Latino community is amazing. I really love what she does. She's always surrounded by such powerful Latinas. She's all about girl power. She's all about the Latinos, which I love so much, okay? And I am so thankful that she's empowering, you know, the community and also inspiring young Latinos out there to pursue their big dreams in Hollywood. So I'll say that I love that about her. Now, I do think that there was an issue that went down with them. Okay. Now, the last time they were seen was like, what was it, 2024 or 2023? One of those things when they went to that restaurant with Gracie, Selena's sister.
Selena, are you dating Jeremy White? Good to see you, Selena.
And that was the last time we saw them. And when we saw them, Taylor, we were like, girl, what happened? Right? Ay, Dios mío, señor. Miracles happen once in a while when you believe. So I was like, okay, girl, yes. Y con mucho, mucho amor. Walter Mercado, bitch, okay? Listen. So when I saw, I was like, oh my God, that's great, because that was coming from the heels of Francia talking to TMZ and being a little bit shady with her trying to avoid the question. If you guys missed that, check this out.
Back to Selena. Do you guys talk at all? Are you willing to follow her back? Will you follow her back eventually?
What kind of tree do you think this is? Is this fruiting on? Probably avocado? No?
That's when I started kind of like, girl, get real, okay? You know, that's when I didn't like her. Truthfully, I was like, girl, you know the hell, you know what you're doing, girl, okay? Her show with Hilary Duff had just been canceled. Which How I Met Your Father was incredible. Justice for How I Met Your Father. I have no clue why it got canceled. And also, Grownish. Hello, Francia Raisa. One thing about Francia Raisa, girl, she can act circles around you. Okay, I will give her that. So I started to dislike her around that time, where she was doing these type of interviews where TMZ just randomly showed up next to her. So I just felt like she was trying to be very, like, trying to attention. She wanted attention, okay? Francia, in my opinion, wanted attention. But when I looked at her last night and I saw those videos, I saw somebody who maybe really needs a sit down with Selena. I do think that there has been so much miscommunication. I do think, I mean, I don't know these people. I've never met them. I've never been around them, none of that. But what I'm looking in the outside in is, I do think that there might be some kind of miscommunication. And I think that, you know, what they shared was so special. What Francia did for Selena was so selfless and it was so beautiful. But these all the videos I've made where I've said, just because we have shared such a important moment doesn't mean that we are going to be able to be friends if things happen, right? And I want to explain that. You could go through the most beautiful experience with somebody, but if you and that person are not seeing eye to eye, or fighting, or get into an argument, or betrayal happens, whatever the case is, just because we shared those beautiful moments doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to be able to get over this. Do you know what I mean? So that's sort of where I was going with this. And I my intention was never to be mean. It was just kind of like, girl, stop talking about it, right? Like, I get it. That is all she is asked when she does radio interviews, or any kind of random person with a camera goes up to her and talks to her. It's one of the first things that she's asked, right? Because, you know, she might not be in a project right now, and that's probably the biggest thing that's in the media that has gotten a lot of attention outside of the couple shows she's been on. So I understand that is kind of like the main thing, but I do feel like she just leaves so much into interpretation, and her questions, her looks, her eye rolls, her tone, people are going to analyze it, and they're going to, flip it and reverse it, and so what I'm saying is maybe she just needs to stop talking about it so people can stop in including themselves in something that it has nothing to do with them, aka me, right? Seriously, if you don't give the headlines, we don't talk about it because you're not on our radar, right? So it's just as simple as that. But now big publications are talking about it. It's become this huge debate online as to why it seems like Selena didn't invite her to the wedding. So here we are again. People are calling Selena a bad friend. Radio stations, Latino radio stations, international radio stations, podcasts. Everybody seems to be having an opinion about this without having the understanding of why she probably did not get invited, or she declined to go to the wedding. One of those two, right? So if you don't have the whole story straight, don't talk about it. But if you are given some information like Francia has given us, then we're gonna talk about it. So she says she doesn't want to talk about it, yet she talks about it, and that's my main issue with her. So, I just feel it's unfair for people to get at Selena, right? Because immediately she's the bad one for looks like not inviting her, and not questioning Francia for these lame interviews that she is doing. Don't talk about it anymore. And I do feel like maybe Selena also feels like, girl, I can't trust you because you keep talking about this. If somebody asks you a question, you are the celebrity. Before an interview, guess what? Celebrities tell the interviewer what they're gonna talk about and what they're not gonna talk about. And the people that she is talking to are not huge people like Oprah who are going to be like, girl, I'm going to ask you whatever I want. It's a random journalist from TikTok, it's TMZ, it's this and that, where you are in charge. You are the one who sets the rules up. So you could easily say, I'm not talking about this, okay? Because you're leaving a lot into interpretation. So if people are talking negatively about you, Francia, it's your fault. And if Selena might not be trusting you, it's your fault because you are talking about this. Now, to finalize, again, we don't know what happened. We don't know if Selena's in the right. We don't know if Francia's in the right. We don't know who's in the wrong. All I know is that they shared a beautiful experience that maybe was not strong enough for them to survive a friendship and an invite to the wedding, or having to decline to go to the wedding. So hopefully that clears it up. I think it's very unfair that people are coming for Selena, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So what do you guys think? Let a bitch know in the comments below. I love to hear from you all. Have a fabulous day, and I'll see you on the next one. Mwah. Bye.